Hi, this is Joe Chambers. Welcome to Musicians Hall of Fame Backstage, the Vault Series. Today's clip was shot back in 2005 in Chicago. I actually went up to meet the band Chicago's founding member and drummer, Danny Seraphine. Danny was doing a drum seminar at a church, and he had brought with him the great record promoter, Ron Alexenburg. Ron and Danny sit on the front steps of this church, and they reminisce about how they met, how they promoted the band, things they did to make sure that the band, if the record was a little too long, how they worked it out to get it played on the radio and so forth. Hope you enjoy it. If you do, be sure to hit like, subscribe, and notification bell so you don't miss any of our new content. Once again, record promoter Ron Alexenburg and drummer from Chicago, Danny Seraphine. How did y'all meet exactly? How did
At
you...
beginnings, it's a true story.
I mean,
yeah.
Made what?
How we met.
Oh yeah, yes. And then we saw each other all the different cities, you know, because Ron was coming up the ranks with Columbia, and then eventually, like you said, he became the president of Epic Records, which is, you know, he signed the Jacksons, you know, so Ron signed the Jacksons, so he's responsible for Michael Jackson being with Epic Records, you know.
Was Chicago already together?
Yeah. Chicago was together.
But what Danny is saying is, we went on the road. We had fun with the band. We would travel with them. But it's so funny that he would bring this story up, because it was you don't remember. Clive sent me down to the studio, and you guys were recording, and nobody wanted to talk to me. Here I am, the head of promotion of the biggest record company in the world, because somebody told him I edited beginnings. I didn't edit beginnings.
Yeah, I remember that. We were kind of, because we were really pissed off that they cut out. That they edited our music, because
they had no right to do that.
Well,
you know? But
radio, it was the only way it was going to happen. So you got to give Clive his.
But it could have been explained. He didn't do the editing. I don't know who the hell. Roy Halley?
I think they did one edit, and it wasn't very musical. Then Gershio got involved.
Oh, Jimmy did.
You know, and they made the edits. You know, like the Make Me Smile edits, and insane. You're talking about the beginning of the song, cut to the end of the song, and I'm going, you know, I guess it's wow. How did that match up? I didn't play to a click track. I really didn't. I didn't play. There was no. So it was just my innate time, and the band. You know, it just, you know, stayed this. I guess it stayed close, because you would have heard it. In those days, when you edited one section to another, if the time wasn't on, that's why they made musicians start playing with click tracks, so they could do edits. You know,
they dictated to us that we had to have a certain intro, the timing on the intro, and we had to put it on the record as to how long the intro was, and it couldn't be more than 3 minutes. So a cute story that I tell in my book is that I had Paul Simon and Artie Garfunkel sitting in my office, and they were furious because their record was 3 minutes and 14 seconds, and they would not allow an edit. Paul Simon would not allow an edit. So I was filling out the paperwork, and I put down 274 as the time. That's 3 minutes and 14 seconds. But it was 274. I'm sure we wouldn't get away with it now, but we did.
Yeah.
And when it went on the air.
So that's why you were the head of the label.
No, I was the head of promotion. I was the guy I was the guy cocky enough to say to Jim Henson, God rest his soul, give me that Rubber Ducky record. We'll take it to #1. And right after, I don't know which Chicago single it was, at a CBS Records convention in the Bahamas, after playing the next Chicago single, everybody's applauding, because we were hot, man. Evil Ways, Santana, Blood, Sweat, and Tears, Chicago, Barbra Streisand. I mean, they were hit after hit after hit in the presentation.
Yeah.
I looked like a superstar, and then I said, hold on, everybody. Now, the guy came into my office and said, all you care about is rock and roll. You don't care about anything else. This promotion, man, every time I go on the road, they don't even care about Andy Williams or all you care about is the Chicagos and all the rest of them. I said, yeah, really? Okay, so I had Big Bird come out on the stage, and we threw out 1,400 little yellow rubber ducks, and they went, Rubber Ducky, you're the one. Okay, and the record to this day. I didn't have grandchildren then at the time, but now I can't wait to tell them that story.
Yeah.
That's the music business that we love, okay? Taking negatives, making them positive. Nobody ever came up to me and said from radio, now what do you want me to play? And nobody came up to Danny and ever said, listen, I don't care if it isn't a hit, here's X amount of dollars. You can work, you know, and it was a team.
Yeah.
I mean,
in those days, there was a strong connection between the record company and the act. And it became almost like family, because part of
stay in each other's houses, go to meals.
What happened was there was, let's say that our first album, we had 3 singles that stiffed.
What?
Beginnings. Does anybody know time? It is in question 67, 68, all stiffed, the first time out.
Okay.
Okay. So, you know, we were the darlings of FM. but that's because it was too long. It was just a little bit ahead of its time, so no one knows this. So the record company, even though we didn't have any hit songs, we were selling some records and they could see it building. But that's how we developed a rapport with guys like Ron and Steve Popovich. They'd literally come and hang with us in the studio, and we'd party with us and have fun.
It got so bad. I was stealing. Now he's slender than I am. I was 245 fat pounds. I was stealing their T-shirts because the original Chicago T-shirts, you know, it was just, we had fun, you know, and that's what everybody's missing in this business today. You know, they're missing the fun that's really there.